Hi everybody, this is Shiva Biram signing in, and I am here today to explain you the Coulomb's law and electric field intensity. Actually, Coulomb's law was an experimental observation which has been done by Charles Augustin de Coulomb. That is the reason why the name was given as Coulomb's law. After that, we shall also deal the electric field intensity also. First of all, let me state the Coulomb's law. Coulomb's law states that the force of interaction between any two charges will be directly proportional to the product of two charges and inversely proportional to the square of the distance between them. This force between the two charges will be directed along the radial line joining the two charges. Let me explain considering two charges as examples. Here I am going to consider two charges Q1 and Q2. Say here Q1 is one charge located at A and Q2 is another charge located at B, and the force of interaction between these two charges FAB is given as K into, according to Coulomb's law, it is proportional to the product of charges, and let us suppose this distance is RAB and inversely proportional to the square of the distance between the two charges, that is RAB square, and it will be directed along the radial line between the two charges, so from A to B. Here why we are considering between A and B, the reason is we are considering the force exerted by Q1 on Q2, or you can say this as F12, that is force exerted by charge 1 on charge 2. So here this will be along the unit vector which is directed from charge 1 to charge 2. That is how we can find out the force of interaction using Coulomb's law, and the constant K is given as 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught, where epsilon naught is equal to 1 by 36 pi into 10 to the power of minus 9 farads per meter, which is also known as the permittivity of free space, or A. Let us say we are going to have n number of charges like Q1, Q2 and so on up to Qn. If there are n number of charges and the force of interaction on ith charge, say Qi, so the objective here is to find out the force of interaction on ith charge, that is Qi, because of the remaining charges, then it will be the superposition of, or the algebraic sum of all the forces on this particular charge. So here we can consider it as the superposition. So here the force on the charge I due to the remaining charges is given as the addition of sigma j is equal to 1 to n, and j should not be equal to I, because we are going to find out the resultant force on Q, the ith charge, that is Qa, hence it cannot be I, into Qj Qi divided by R Ji square into Uji bar. So like that we can have the calculation of the force on ith charge due to the remaining charges when we have got number of charges. Similarly, we can also define the electric field intensity. The electric field intensity is defined as, generally it is going to be represented by the symbol E. It is the force experienced by a unit positive charge when it is kept in an electric field. Let us say I am going to consider Q as the charge which is located at A, and let us suppose it is the point where we have to find out the electric field intensity, and we assume that a unit positive charge is placed here. So here we are going to consider a small amount of charge Q which is not going to disturb in any way the field exerted by this charge Q. So first of all, let us find out the force experienced by this charge Q because of Q, or the force exerted by Q on this smaller charge, test charge. So which is going to be represented as F, which is equal to K into capital Q into small q divided by, say, RAP square multiplied by the unit vector directed from A to P, UAP bar. And if you find out the ratio F by Q, which is going to give you the electric field intensity E, which is equal to K into Q by R AP square into the unit vector UAP bar. Hence, the electric field intensity can be defined as it is the force experienced by a unit positive charge or a test charge whenever it is kept in an electric field. If we are going to have number of charges, say, just like we have considered for the force, so if we are going to have number of charges Q1, Q2, Q3 and so on up to Qn, then the electric field intensity at a point Q, at a point P in that electric field is given as E bar is equal to K into sigma. Consider J as the variable. J is equal to 1 to N Qj divided by Qjp, because the point is, we are going to consider is point P, divided by R Jp square into the unit vector is considered as UJP bar. So it is the summation of all the field intensities at that particular point P. So we have to consider the individual electric field intensities and we have to sum them algebraically in order to give the total electric field intensity. Next, we shall go through a small example in which I would like to illustrate this Coulomb's law of forces in detail. Let me go through the example.
The given problem is 8 point charges are there, each of 1 nanocoulomb, and they are located at the corners of a cube in free space, and the length of each side is given as 1 meter, and the objective here is to find out the electric field intensity at different points. First we have to find out at the center of the cube, next at the center of the face, and C is at the center of the edge. Here I have drawn the cube by considering the 3 axes X, Y and Z, and also located all the 8 corners A, B, C, D, E, F, G and H, and the corresponding points A 1, 0, 1, B as 0, 0, 1, depending upon the placement of that particular edge we have to allot the coordinates corresponding to x, y and z respectively. And if you want to find out the electric field intensity at the center of the cube, it will be equal to 0, because whatever forces are there onto the left hand side, they are going to be nullified by the forces on to the right hand side on that particular center. Hence the electric field intensity exactly at the center of the cube will be equal to 0, because we are going to have all the similar charges. Hence the left portion is going to be nullified by the right portion. Hence we need not calculate that, and obviously that will be equal to 0. And next we shall find out the electric field intensity at the center of the face. So here the center of the face means I am going to consider point O. You can see point O here. At this point we have to find out the electric field intensity because of the other charges. So when you consider point O, the electric field intensity due to EFGH will be nullified, because they are going to have the equal impact and opposite. Hence EFGH, the resultant electric field intensities because of EFGH will be equal to 0 on point O. And we have to find out the electric field intensities because of the charges located at A, B and C, A, B, C and D for this case. First of all, let me locate the point O. Point O is going to have, so it is going to be located, let me show you once again. So it travels from origin to, so this length is y, this is 0.5 and that is also 0.5. So the x coordinate, and you can see the y coordinate is length 1, the z coordinate is 0.5 and similarly the x coordinate is also 0.5. Hence the point O is given as 0.5, 1, 5. So y coordinate 1, z 0.5 and x 0.5. Okay, and I have also written the resultant field as equal to EAO plus EBO plus ECO plus and EDO, where EAO is nothing but Q by 4 pi epsilon naught into RAO bar divided by RAO square, that is the distance between those 2 points, multiplied by the unit vector along RAO. Similarly, we can have the formula for EBO, ECO and EDO. Next, let us go through the calculation part of this particular problem. Let me explain you once again the points which we have got onto the edge of the cubes. A is, so if you observe, these are the axes x, y and z. Each side is going to have a length of 1 meter. So I am considering D as the origin point, 0, 0 and 0. If you consider the 4 corners A, B, C and D, A is going to have the coordinates as, so if you observe point A, we are going to arrive point A from origin to through this way. So we have to travel 1 unit along x-axis and 1 unit along y-axis, sorry, z-axis. So 1 unit along x-axis and 1 unit along z-axis, because this one is parallel to z. And here no y coordinate will be there, because this point is going to lie on xz plane. Hence the point becomes 1, 0, 1. Similarly, C will be, we have to travel only 1 meter along x-axis, hence the point will be 1, 0, 0. If you observe G, the corner G, 1 unit along x-axis and 1 unit along y axis. So no z axis here, hence the point is 1 1 0. Similarly h is going to be 0 1 0, and in order to get E we have to travel 1 along x axis and 1 unit along y axis and 1 unit along z axis. Like that we are going to get all the corners. The point center O will be achieved for us if we travel 1 unit along y axis and 0.5, half of the units along z axis and half of the units along x axis. Hence the point that is the center point for this face is going to become 0.5, 1 and 0.5. The problem C is given as the center of an edge. So here I am considering S as the edge, as the center of this particular AC. So how we are going to arrive this particular point coordinates is from here to here. So 1 unit along x axis and 0.5 units along z axis, and the y distance will be equal to 0. Hence the center of this edge is going to become 1 0 and 0.5. So once we locate all these points, then the problem becomes very simple for us. So A is already 0 we have done, because at the center of the cube all the electric field intensities will be cancelled and the resultant will be equal to 0. And next we have to find out at the center of this particular face. Here I am writing down the points individually: A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H. These are the coordinates we are going to have, and the center of the face O is also drawn, is also written here, 0.51, 0.5. And we know that the resultant of all these electric field intensities at this point O will be equal to 0 because of the equal distribution, equal and opposite. And we have to find out the electric field intensity, resultant electric field intensity, because of the charges placed on the along the corners A, B, C and D. So here first of all I am going to find out EAO bar, which is equal to the charge is 1 by, first of all I am writing down the formula for one charge. Later on we shall go through the simple way, into 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught into Q. Q is 1 nano coulomb, so 10 power minus 9 divided by RAO square into the unit vector directed along RAO. So the unit vector directed along RAO will be, so 0.5 minus 1, that is minus 0.5 into AX bar. Next 1 minus 0 plus AY bar, and 0.5 minus 1 minus 0.5 AZ bar, whole divided by square root of 0.5 square plus 1 square plus 0.5 square. So if we simplify this, epsilon naught is, we know that 1 by 36.10 power minus 9. So these are going to cancel each other, giving us 9 divided by, and RAO will be equal to the same we are going to have. So here 0.25, 0.25, so which is equal to 1 plus 0.5, which is going to become 1.5. So here RAO will be equal to the same distance, that is square root of 0.5 square plus 1 square plus 0.5 square. As we are going to have square, this will be equal to 1.5. Again into square root of 1 by 2, we are going to have 3 by 2 whole multiplied by 0.5 AX bar plus AY bar minus 0.5 AZ bar. Similarly, we have to find out the other electric field intensities. Likewise, we are going to have EBO bar, which is equal to B and O. So 0.5 minus 0. So we are going to have the same thing. So here 9 divided by 1.5 to the power of 3 by 2, because all are located at the same distances with respect to this point O, A, B and C and D. Hence the distance remains the same, multiplied by, from B to O, 0.5 minus 0, that is 0.5 into AX bar, 1 minus 0 plus AY bar, and 0.5 minus 1 minus 0.5 AZ bar. So this is about EBO. Similarly, we are going to have ECO, which is equal to 9 by 1.5 power 3 by 2 into, so C and O, 0.5 minus 1 minus 0.5 AX bar plus 1 minus 0 plus AY bar, and 0.5 minus 0 plus 0.5 AZ bar. So as simple as that. Similarly, you can also find out EDO bar. So first observe the points. So D is 0, 0, 0. Hence these things are going to come as it is. 0.5 AX bar plus AY bar plus 0.5 into AZ bar. And once we have got these things, next thing is we have to add these four in order to get the resultant. Hence the resultant field is given as, so if you simplify this, we are going to get the total field intensity as equal to 36 by 1.5 power 3 by 2 multiplied by AY bar. So which is nothing but we are going to have the magnitude as 19.596 AY bar volt per meter. So this is the electric field intensity at the center of the phase, This is the solution for B. And when you go for the solution for C, we have to find out the electric field intensity at this the center of the edge. So here, when you consider the center of the edge, that resultant electric field because of A and C will be cancelled each other, because they are located at equal distances, and so the resultant will be equal to 0 because of these two at this point. And we need to find out the resultant electric field because of the other 6 charges located at B, D, G, H, F and E. So we already have considered the points here. So B and D, E, F, G, H, and the point S here I am writing down. The point S is 1, 0, 0.5. So here we have to consider 6 electric field intensities. First, we have to consider EBS. So first example I shall write in a clear way. So this is B and this is S. So 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught into 10 power minus 9 divided by RBS square into the unit vector along the direction, which is given as UBS dash, UBS bar. So this is going to become equal to, So when you consider this, we are going to have 9 divided by RBS. So here this is point B and this is S. RBS becomes equal to 0 square root of 0 minus 1 square plus 0 minus 0 0 and 1 minus 0.5 0.5. So which is equal to square root of 1.25. And as we are going to consider RBS square, we are going to get 1.25 into and the vector UBS. So the vector UBS is also I am showing here. This is B and this is S. UBS bar is equal to 0 minus 1, that is minus AX bar, and 0 minus 0 is 0 and 1 minus 0.5 is plus 0.5 AZ bar divided by square root of 1 square plus 0.5 square, 1 square plus 0.5 square. So this thing that I am going to write down here, minus AX bar plus 0.5 AZ bar divided by square root of 1.25, and this can be written as 9 divided by 1.25 power 3 by 2 into minus AX bar plus 0.5 AZ bar. Similarly, we have to find out the other 6 charges. Other 5 charges. So after B, we are going to consider D. So EDS bar. So if you find out the similar way, we are going to have EDS as equal to 9 divided by 1.25 to the power of 3 by 2 multiplied by AX bar plus 0.5 into AZ bar. I am writing down the remaining in the same way. So I had written the remaining charges also in this way. So we are going to have EDS bar is equal to 9 by 1.25 power 3 by 2 multiplied by AX bar plus 0.5 AZ bar, and EES bar similarly in the same fashion, EFS bar, EGS bar and EHS bar. And these two charges which are placed at F and H, they are going to have a distance of square root of 2.25 units, whereas the others have square root of 1.25 units. And once we have got the individual charges, next thing is we have to add the resultant in order to get the total. Electric field intensity E bar is equal to, if we add all those and simplify, we are going to have the total as 18.21 into AX bar minus 18.21 into AY bar. So, and if you find out the magnitude of this one is equal to square root of 18.21 square plus 18.21 square, which will give us the resultant of 25.757 volts per meter. That is how we have to find out the electric field intensity, or the force due to number of charges at a particular point. This concludes this session. Subscribe to my channel in order to get more videos and updates. Thank you very much for your patient listening, and this is Shiva Beenam signing off.